Alrighty, so we got to do some work on this. It currently will not pass smog. Nevada's retarded. 1969 vehicles have to pass smog. In fact, they have to pass pretty much the same numbers as newer vehicles. So, this has a racing carburetor on it. It is absolutely not meant to meet emissions. It's a 500 CFM Holly. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure how we're going to get it to do it, but I'm going to find some way. It's real close if we play with the carburetor, but the idle is just too rich at idle, so high speed is fine. Other than that, I'm going to adjust the rockers. So, alrighty, so I guess first I'll show you why I'm doing valve lash on this. Definitely a lot of play in all of these. Yeah. That one is particularly bad. The back one is the worst. In order to get this thing to top dead center, I want to show you where the timing marks are on this, because they're not on the damper. They are actually down there. There is a pointer in there that points to the timing marks. So first I have to get it to top dead center, and then I can do a certain sequence of rockers, and then I go 360 degrees and do the rest. Other than that, I'm going to clean off the points, rotor and cap, and pull the plugs, clean them off, and hopefully that'll help. And I've just noticed that this engine has not one but two temperature sensors on it. Only one is used, so I'm going to try switching that, because that one there doesn't work right. It starts off at hot, moves towards cold, and then back up. It's just totally weird. So now that I know that there's another one already on here, we're going to try that one. I actually have to bump the starter over to turn this, because there's absolutely no way you can get a wrench in on there or anything, so you got to use the starter, and I'm going to take off that wire and use that. I don't have a tripod or anything, so I won't run the camera, but I'll show you when I get it ready to do it. Alright, sorry I didn't record more, but you kind of get caught up in your work. There weren't actually that many out of adjustment. In fact, one of them was way over adjusted. So maybe it's lack of oil. I know it certainly didn't have a heck of a lot of oil there, and the actual valve cover is actually dry. I mean, it's got like oil on it, but it's not fresh oil. So I wonder if it's got an oiling problem. It's got good oil pressure, but it may have a problem with delivery to the valve train. Alright, anyways, I guess we'll open the garage and fire it up. See if it sounds any better. I did pour a bunch of oil on them, so I imagine they'd be quieter, at least on the initial startup here. Whoop. What do I do with the keys? Keys. What did I do with the keys? Alright. Oh, there they are. So, Certainly a heck of a lot quieter right at the second. We'll see what happens once the oil that I poured in there dries up. Definitely a lot quieter right now though. Take it for a drive and see how it is when I get back. Well, I just got back, and definitely a little bit noisier. So it may actually be more of an oiling issue. It's still quieter than it was, but very slow, slightly. And that's like JB welded. Huh. I mean, you can see it's got good oil pressure. And that's idling. About 750, 800, something like that. So a little bit of a mess. I'm not sure what that mist is coming from. Not really sure. Heard the ignition systems on these are just plain crap. Get rid of them. So I'm gonna assume that's what that is. But the points and whatnot didn't look too bad at all. So I've definitely seen worse. All right.